What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is your boy Yarn Craig, and we just finished watching this WNBA All-Star game, guys. WNBA All-Star weekend is wrapping up, and I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of do a quick little recap. But before I do that, go ahead, like, and subscribe. So, go ahead and get right to it. All-Star weekend is over, and I gotta admit, even though unfortunately I wasn't able to be there, I was able to see online, I was able to look on Twitter, and I was able to look on Facebook, all that good stuff, and just see some of the festivities that kind of took place yesterday. And you had a lot of little camps being hosted. You had a lot of legends that showed up. I saw Tamika Catchings there. I saw Cheryl Swoops was walking around there, and a lot of old school WNBA legends. So I think this was just a really good thing for the game to have this sort of celebratory factor, just showing that indeed the league is growing. There's eyes on the league now, and it's just looking at the future. The future looks so bright for this league. And then just to even watch some of the other little press conferences, we were able to see even a lot of the questions were just geared towards, future aspirations of the league and what the players thought about the direction. And you had, I think it was Skylar Diggins Smith who talked about, it would be nice to see like an expansion team in the Bay, or how Tennessee has a big basketball sort of brand there. So it would maybe be nice to see a team in Tennessee. And you had so many other people who really spoke up the women's game. The Nneka Ogwumike, she got up there and she spoke about how just players taking pride in what they're doing, and of course looking at expansion and looking at opportunity for the league, about getting more games on TV, which is great. So that's, I think all in all, the press conferences, the parties that they spoke of, all of that was great. The focus on Sue Bird and Sylvia Fowles, with this being their last hurrah going to these All-Star games, was just ultimately really a dope thing to watch. The skills challenge, you had Team Anescu and a high schooler. I forget her name. Forgive me. But she walked away with the W with the skills challenge. For the 3-point contest, Allie Quigley out of Chicago beat out a number of names: Arika Agumbwale, Ariel Atkins, Ryan Howard. She beat out a number of names, like, to take home that title for the 4th time, where you have people calling for, hey, maybe they should name the award after her at this point, which wouldn't be a bad thing. I think, she's another name that's, up there and potentially on the brink of retirement. But, hey, a lot of people say best pure shooter in the WNBA all time. Definitely, I think there's a debate for that. As far as the 3-point contest goes, to win it, 3-4 times, hey, you got to say she's the queen of that award for sure. And then moving on to the main event, the All-Star game, which is, for me, my bread and butter, what I like to see. I'll be honest, like, it started off a little slow. But man, Sylvia Fowles got the crowd up and going with that dunk. And I mean, she's about the only thing up there that's about as old as me, or older than me, But shouts out to her for getting it, man. I didn't think that she could dunk at this stage of her career, but hey, everybody's full of surprises. You don't always get to see the full bag of tricks. And she even opened up the game with a 3-pointer, which I thought was dope. Another thing I thought was really dope about this All-Star game was how they had the 4-pointer out there, and we saw Jonquel Jones and Sabrina Ionescu be the main players who took advantage of that, which was kind of expected. If you watch the game, you saw, for the most part, it wasn't really that close, except for, in the first quarter and the second quarter, the game kind of spread out. And Team Asia Wilson, like I predicted, went on to win the game by double digits, around 22 points or so. And I really thought that, again, they had more of the balanced basketball players, while Team Stewart had the more explosive offensive players. And it kind of played out as I thought it would. I didn't think the gap would be as big, but I did predict Team Wilson to win. Your leader scorers for Team Stewart were Jonquel Jones she walked away with 29 points, and Jewel Lloyd had 21 points. And for Team Asia Wilson, your top 2 scorers were Kelsey Plum with 30 points and Sabrina Ionescu with 19 points. Kelsey Plum went ahead and walked away with the WNBA All-Star MVP honors, which I thought is fitting. This game is really tailor-made almost towards the high-scoring guard for them to walk away with the award. And I felt like this was definitely her award to win in a game like this, especially for somebody like her that can just get off and score, and get up and down, better than probably anybody else in the WNBA. But all in all, I thought this All-Star game was a great look for the league. I don't think they've ever had as many eyes on them as they have, before at this point. But like anything else, they have to build on it. They have to capitalize on all of this momentum and take it forward. But the league is in a good place. I really like a lot of the young stars coming up. Ryan Howard, Jackie Young with the breakout season. Kelsey Plum taking home the WNBA All-Star MVP in her first All-Star game. Like, I love the direction that the league is going. Is filled with talent. But let me know what you guys thought of the All-Star game. Go ahead and drop your comments below. Like and subscribe, guys. Peace.